A few months ago, me and my wife decided to separate. But there's bigger things in my life happening than me sitting around in a relationship with somebody and giving them 100% of my time. A woman needs love, she needs attention, she needs care. And for about a year, I was only able to be a bank account.
I showed them that you're a coward. You want to step up and show the world anything different? Well, this is the time. There's no joke. I'm funding this whole event. Who the will do that? Who will go out of their ways and understand the business that fast? And I'm ready to do it. My own money. I'm paying your ass to get in the ring so I can show the whole world how I'm going to whip that ass.
But like I said before, you're going to knock the out in the first round. I'm not somebody that's just going to let you speak to him this way. You're going down. I'll see you in the ring. This is going to be biblical.
I saw these fake alphas coming in. This is not how you go about life. You guys should watch it. And, all of those are trying to be a guy like me.
So I think you guys don't understand the amount of sacrifice that I made.
Well, guys, here the fuck we go again with some more just downright stupidity coming from the one and only queen of the alpha male universe, aka Bend Over Azoulay. And you see, good old Bend Over here has really just been going at it nonstop at this point, where he has some sort of humiliation kink that he must fulfill by going on the internet and doing stupid shit 24/7. And he has been really just ramping it up recently, because in our last video, we not only saw him traveling to Miami where he was hanging out with Clavicular and seemed to be getting just a little bit too touchy with him while doing so, and where he decided was the place that he needed to move to complete his fake alpha male transformation.
Just finished the podcast out here in Sunny Isles. What a beautiful place. Huh? I think this is the place I need to move to, guys. Let's get this. 3 months from today, I'm moving to Miami. There you go.
And yeah, that is just exactly what Miami needed. Another goofball who thinks he's a badass and who's out here trying to farm a random little audience for money by selling them false dreams. They already don't have plenty of that as it is. And it is pretty damn crazy timing that he decided to do this after Wesley Watson ended up pegging his way right into a jail cell and was taken off the Miami scene. But all of a sudden, he's just become all about it. And as you heard in that little clip, hanging out with Clavicular wasn't the only thing he was doing while he was there, but he was also pumping out podcasts left and right, just talking to everyone and anyone who appeared to have a fucking podcast mic. And most of these podcasts are not out yet, since they probably have to do a whole lot of editing, because I guarantee you, this guy was saying stupid shit left and right they couldn't involve in it. But there is one little collab that I'm actually looking forward to seeing, because it's gonna be some guaranteed stupid shit. Because he decided to do it with another fake alpha male that we've covered in the past, known as Primal Fitness. And if you're unfamiliar with him, here's just a little taste of the dipshittery that he is on.
Being a bitch with a dick. For what you're gonna use that money? What? You're 40 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old. You're gonna go to a beach club and spray champagne and be like a fucking clown where everybody can see your fucking Pamela Anderson titties hanging down and jumping around? That's being a man?
And yeah, with that little introduction, you already know that him combined with the wannabe queen is just gonna be a recipe for some pure entertainment. And with that little recap being said, Bend Over Azoulay is now back home after going around and selling his body to anybody who owns a podcast, and has immediately resumed his horse shit, and has resumed trying to gain himself some attention. And he decided to start his bullshit off again by trying to grift the fact that his wife ended up leaving him, which I have to say is just some downright crazy work, but we're talking about the king of grifters here, so he immediately decided to talk about it after leaking it in a little podcast clip that we ended up watching in my last video. And even in the podcast clip, you could tell that he was already on some bullshit and was already feeling some type of way about the situation.
Me and my wife separated. Nobody knows this. This is the first time I'm saying this. I didn't want to share this on social media, but it's been already a few months.
What you're going through?
I paid for everything. I took care of everything. We traveled the world. My wife was driving a brand new Rolls Royce, calling in, living in a 10,000 square foot home. Like, we had it all. It's good. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out.
Right.
Because even when you have everything,
If you have no empty, you have empty.
if inside of you you're empty, all of this doesn't matter.
And even though he didn't elaborate a whole lot in that clip, I ended up speculating that it must have had to do with the fact that he has turned himself into an online lolcow for basically everybody's entertainment, has become what I can only consider as an impulsive liar, and had his little grape case from a while back end up not only getting exposed to the entire internet, but also, I'm sure, it ended up getting exposed to his very own wife. So I figured that, that had a lot to do with it, but according to good old Bendover now, it actually wasn't that, but instead was because he had to continue his mission of saving the youth, and that she was holding him back.
Since you guys are so adamant to know this, let me just go ahead and share with you, because I do speak to you like family. So let me just share the details. A few months ago, me and my wife decided to separate. We spoke about it like two adults. As you know, she was my best friend. She was my biggest supporter. I loved her dearly, still love her. But there's bigger things in my life happening than me sitting around in a relationship with somebody and giving them 100% of my time. A woman needs love. She needs attention. She needs care. And for about a year, I was only able to be a bank account. And the reason is because I'm doing my best to save the youth. I gave up my life to save the youth. As you know, my son was taken from me, and for 5 years I haven't seen him. And 3 years ago I got on here just so I could win him back. I'm doing everything in my power. And I speak to the youth. The youth looks up to me, and I feel like I could save the next generation.
And we're just gonna pause it here for a quick second, because right when I think that this motherfucker couldn't be any more of a goober or couldn't get any more goofy, he has found a way. He has become such a lolcow that it has destroyed his marriage, and he has prioritized being a lolcow to such an extent that he decided that he would rather do that than to nurture the relationship with his wife. And the craziest part is the youth doesn't even look up to him, but rather they make fun of him. Every school he has gone to, they have literally chanted Ali and just flamed and clowned on this man. But he has it in his mind that he's saving the youth by coming on here, constantly lying about his past, lying about beating off men in bathrooms and beating off 30 men at once, along with appearing to make up all of this military time where he can speak a ton of different languages, but one is so secret that he can't even talk about it. And shit, that's not even where it ends. I mean, fuck, at one point, the guy was trying to convince us that when he was 5, he was out in the wilderness for weeks at a time, howling at the moon with a pack of wolves. Like he was really out here bullshitting about being the child version of Tarzan. And somehow, in his ass backwards mind, by doing all of this, and doing what has got to be clearly lying, he is out here saving the youth by teaching them how to just lie, bullshit, and live in imaginary land where they're Tarzan. Like, these are levels of delusion that I have never seen before. This is truly some monumental shit. And he just keeps going. This man is talking about how he sacrificed his life for everyone on the internet and for the youth, when in reality, they're just laughing at him. This is crazy.
I literally feel like I'm a warrior of God, and he sent me here on a mission. But the truth here is that I don't really feel like I'm meant to be in this era. Like, I'm from 2,000 years ago. I'm supposed to walk around with a sword on my back. I'm not supposed to be here. So the woman that would be in my life, she would need to understand that she has children. She's at a home, at a safe place, as I go out to war to try to do my best to save the world. Maybe you guys see, oh, it's social media, it's not that big of a deal. No, but people like Trump got shot at. People like Charlie Kirk got murdered. The things that we do, the things that we say when we're trying to change the world, it brings a lot of heat. And I've devoted my life, my sole purpose of being here is to save the youth. I have a fight coming up. I literally have no time for myself. I sleep about 2 to 3 hours a night. But I'm doing everything I can to save the next generation. And we had a great conversation about it, and we understand that. So I think you guys don't understand the amount of sacrifice that I made. I let go of the person that I loved more than anybody, more than I loved myself. And I'll probably be alone for a very long time. I don't have time for anything. So, yes, I'm single, but for the right reasons.
And I actually don't even know what to say to this dumb shit. This guy is trying to paint himself as this sacrificial victim just to make himself feel special, and is doing it to such an extent that he has sacrificed his marriage just to look like he's actually sacrificing things for a cause. And you can even see the delusion in that fucking part of his speech where he's talking about how he should be a soldier with a sword on his back and how he should be heading into war while his wife just stays home and raises the children. Before then, acting like he's putting himself in danger and it's too dangerous for his family, and how he is just going to war every day on social media. And I do not have a single clue how he has this misconception when his only opposition is people making fun of him and laughing at him for constantly lying. Like the only person he's at war with is himself at this point. This is self-sabotage like I've never seen before in the AMU. This is reaching Wes Watson levels of stupidity with our decision making here. And I find it really hard to believe him too, because at the same time as doing this shit where he's talking about how he had to sacrifice his marriage for everything, he is then turning around and grifting his ass off by trying to promote his new pre-workout called the King's Fury and making promises like you won't feel sickness and it's got long-lasting energy and all types of shit.
Fam, what we've been waiting for. The King's Fury. Finally in my hands. I've had it for a week now, and I feel absolutely amazing. Every single person that had this said exactly the same thing. Long-lasting energy. Don't feel any sickness. After the workout, you still have energy the whole day. No crashes. Great pump and great focus. So before we hit the gym, this is gonna launch. The launch is gonna be for only 100 people. I'm not gonna sell it to more than 100 people, and the reason is I want more feedback because this thing is so good. I already know you guys are gonna love it, but I want to hear it from the first 100. So I'll let you know when the drop is.
So yeah, Bendover, this really seems to just be helping the youth a whole lot, huh? Is this targeted at them as well? Is this part of the sacrifice? Or is it to go ahead and pat your own pockets by just spitting out horse shit about what this will do, like making you never feel sick? And on top of this, as he's basically just losing everything and falling apart, as you heard, he apparently has a fight coming up, because while he's been dealing with all this shit, Ali has just been trolling the ever-living shit out of him. Because good old Ali Sobh has actually turned on the whole alpha male movement, and has been basically talking a whole lot of shit about alpha males in general, where he's been posting videos like this one right here.
I watched a documentary about alphas that came out on Netflix, and it was very disgusting, and at the same time, I was happy that people can see it firsthand, which that's why I came into this field, because I already knew about this from a long time ago when I saw these fake alphas coming in. This is not how you go about life. You guys should watch it. And, all of those are trying to be a guy like me, but they're going about it in many wrong ways. Some of them are, barely making it. You got to reach your success with real grind, with real inspiration in your life, with real struggles. Most of these guys, if not all of them, both push fake. It's just an act that they're putting on. It's just a TV show that they're putting on for you guys and making money off these kids. And that's why I came into social media, to let people know what's real alphaness, what's real success, what's real integrity. Alphaness is not taking advantage of people and saying that you're alpha. If anything, that's trash. That's failure.
And you see, with Ali just going so hard after all of these fake goobers, and after all of these dipshits that we're constantly covering as well, he has specifically ramped it up against Bendover, and has been pushing for their little fight to actually happen. And he decided that he was going to release this video right here just to troll him right in the height of all of his chaos, where he was going to a gym, calling him out and putting everything on him, telling Bendover to sign the contract.
All right, Mr. Fucking Ben, listen, look what I got here going on for you. I'm challenging you to a fight either the first week of August or the first week of September. I'm about to book this venue over here. Show him, Justin. I ain't playing.
Appreciate it. You got everything you need. I'll do it. I'll do what I can do.
You accept the fight?
All right, this is it, man. The whole world is gonna witness this. This is finally over, man. You know, I stepped into a podcast with you. Not only I humiliated
And you check with ChatGPT.
I also intimidated you. I actually touched you. I shoved the fuck out of you. I showed the fear in you to the whole world, and that's why the whole world's been f***ing with you, because I showed them that you're a coward. You want to step up and show the world anything different? Well, this is the time. There's no joke. I'm funding this whole event. Who the f will do that? Who will go out of their fucking ways and understand the business that fast? And I'm ready to do it. My own money. I'm paying your ass to get in the ring so I can show the whole world how I'm gonna whip that ass. All right? Who's your dad? So here we are. I showed the event. There's almost 3,000 seats that are gonna witness me kicking your ass. Not only that, it's gonna be streamed on a pay-per-view where the whole world will watch this. All right. So what's it gonna be? That's it. Can't say anything more than that. You can't call out anybody. It's me. I started this. I end it. All right.
And obviously Ali was talking that shit and doing a whole lot of trolling by telling him who's your daddy and basically just trying to rage bait him. And Ben just has no excuses for not accepting it at this point, since apparently Ali is willing to pay for the entire thing and is willing to pay Ben to actually fight him. And naturally Bendover had to respond to it because it was starting to get out of hand and he couldn't just sit there and be clowned. And he ended up releasing this little video responding to Ali, where he was of course trying to look hard as hell, and where he is apparently accepting the fight, even though I'm sure we're gonna see some type of excuse coming from him here in the future.
Not only I humiliated and I also intimidated you, I actually touched you. I showed them that you're a coward.
Ali, you're a nice guy. Stupid and naive. Only a Hma will fund his own funeral with interest. I accept the challenge. But like I said before, you're going to knock the fuck out on the first round. I'm not somebody that's just going to let you speak to in this way. I'm going to fight for me and all of Bnei Israel. You're going down. I'll see you in the rain. This is going to be biblical.
And yeah, a lot of the typical shit where he's trying to sound cool and he's reciting movie lines from different movies that he must have seen recently. And it's just a whole lot of stupidity because I doubt that Ben is going to have the balls to actually fight Ali since he's been dodging the contract this entire time. And I'm sure Ali's aware of this, so he is just continuing to troll the ever-living shit out of Ben by posting clips like this one right here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
What's going on, guys? King Azoulay in the house.
I know you.
Yeah.
Yo, Ali's a nice guy. Ali's a nice guy.
Yeah, you guys know what's up? Of course they know. They're saying W's, they like you.
And yeah, it's just a whole lot of goofiness and goober-esque behavior right in the middle of Azoulay literally having his life fall apart and having his wife leave him. But with that said, that's enough of both of these goobers for one day. And I can't take much more of Azoulay's just complete bullshit. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are flaming the shit out of all of these grifters. And I'm out. Watching Azoulay lose everything as he gets clowned on. And peace.
My girlfriend left me? Yes. A better one is coming. I lost that job? Yes. Opening up a business, baby. I lost $1 million? Yes. There's more space in the fucking bank for $1 billion fucking dollars. Just say yes, because no matter what, everything is meant to happen.